The Steelers' schedule has been released. So we have our 2025 preseason schedule. And this is nice if you're out of the Pittsburgh area and you want to go see a Pittsburgh game for cheap. And so if you're in the Jacksonville area or the Carolina area, you can do that. Or if you're in the Pittsburgh area and you just can't afford to go to the regular season games, you can still go see them play the Buccaneers. And, I mean, what was it, 2015, the preseason there, they went to Buffalo, and I was just starting my freshman year at UB, and I got to see Mike Vick play in a preseason game. So there's definitely some benefits to going to a preseason game. You know, you get to see guys who won't be starters play, like Mike Vick. He wasn't anticipated to start, but he ended up having to start that year. But even then, you know, it's an opportunity to go see a game for cheap, which is nice for people who either A, can't afford it, or B, you want to go see them play because they are coming to Jacksonville or they're coming to Carolina, whatever it is. So, but now what we really want to see is the regular season schedule. Oh, poo. Okay. All right, here we are. The 2025 regular season schedule. We have Week 1, September 7th, 1 p.m. at Jets. Week 2, September 14th, 1 p.m. hosting Seattle. Week 3, September 21st at New England, 1 o'clock. Week 4, we have our Dublin game in Ireland. September 28th at 9:30 a.m. against the Minnesota Vikings. So people have said, you know, this takes away a home game from us. And you're right, but you're also a little wrong. And you're right, it was a home game. You know, when it was, okay, these are our opponents. What was that? After the regular season ended, in the 24 season, it was like, okay, these are our official opponents for the 25 season. We know the who and we know the where, right? And it was like, okay, Vikings at home. Now, and you know, now we have to go to Dublin. So yeah, it's not at Akershire Stadium. I almost said Heinz Field. Because just to me, it will always be Heinz Field. And this is actually above my desk. So yes, like to me, it is still Heinz Field. So yes, I still call it Heinz Field sometimes. So it's not going to be at our actual home stadium. So you are kind of correct that, I guess you are correct that we lost a home game. But before we went to a 17-game season, you had 8 home games, 8 away games, right? Well, now you just have 8 and 8 again. Like, yeah, you play that extra game in a neutral location. Well, I mean, Steelers are pretty big in Ireland, so who knows? Maybe it won't be neutral. Maybe it will be like a home game. But, you know, you're just playing 8 games in your home stadium now anyway. And then week 5, we have our bye week. I heard that the Steelers did request not to have the bye week after going to Dublin, and so much for that. Week 6, October 12th, 1 p.m., we have our home game versus the Cleveland Browns. It's our first divisional game, much sooner than this past year, where I think we played all 6 divisional games in the last 8 weeks of the season, right? Which would have been, week 11? Week 11. So it's nice to have it sooner. And then we go to Cincinnati, week 7, on October 16th, and that is a Thursday night football game at 8:15. The following week, we will host the Green Bay Packers October 26th at 8:20 p.m., Sunday Night Football. That's actually a pretty large gap, going from Thursday night to Sunday night. Week 9, we host the Indianapolis Colts, November 2nd, 1 p.m. We will go to the Chargers, November 9th, 8:20 p.m. That's another Sunday Night Football game, Week 10. I mean, that's not really a home game for the Chargers. They don't get home games at all. It's in their home stadium, but it's not a home game. Week 11, we host Cincinnati, November 16th, 1 p.m. Week 12, we go to Chicago, November 23rd, 1 p.m. And then we have our first 4:25 p.m. game when we host the Buffalo Bills, Week 13, November 30th. Week 14, December 7th, we go to Baltimore, 1 p.m. Week 15, we will host the Miami Dolphins, December 15th, 8:15 p.m. That is a Monday Night Football game. December 21st, that is week 16. We will go to Detroit, and that's a 4:25 kickoff. Week 17, we go to Cleveland, December 28th, 1 p.m. Week 18, hosting Baltimore, date and time to be determined. And that's really just, is this game of any importance for playoffs, division, anything like that? If it is important, then that might be a Saturday, which would be January 3rd. And if it's not, it's just going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff on January 4th. But they leave that open, and it's always a divisional game the last week of the season. So, a couple of grudge matches. The Jets. Now, it's really a grudge match if we have Aaron Rodgers. Even if we don't have Aaron, that's Justin Fields. Seattle, DK Metcalf, so he gets his match there. Green Bay, if we have Aaron, then that's a bit of a game there. Chicago, if we have Aaron, because he owns them. And then let's see, that's about it. I mean, either Browns game, maybe both if Kenny's the starter, but I highly doubt it. It'd probably be Flacco, or maybe if he's terrible, maybe by the end of the year, you're trying to trot out one of your rookies, either Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, and see if you have something with either one. So, we have a few rematches here. Couple of anticipated matchups, depending on who the quarterback is. If we were playing Tennessee and Mason were to start, you could say them. So we're going to have looks like 4 primetime games: a Thursday night, a Sunday night, a Monday night, and our Ireland game. I missed the Sunday night, so 5 actually, technically. I missed the Sunday night for Green Bay. So we have 2 Sundays, a Monday, a Thursday, and Ireland. Which, it's not your typical primetime game, but we're going to be the only game on TV at that time, so I like to say that we're primetime for that one. Depending on who starts, if it's Aaron, I could probably see 9 and 8. If Mason starts the entire year, maybe 6 and 11, 7 and 10, somewhere in that ballpark. And here's the thing: if Aaron doesn't sign, someone else is. Like, we always go into camp with 4 quarterbacks. We always do. So someone's signing before we go to Latrobe, whether it's Aaron or somebody else. I've said that multiple times. The Steelers have said it themselves. Someone is getting signed at the quarterback position. So I'll just run through these quick as well for wins and losses, and I'll do Aaron and I'll do Mason. Or Mason or anybody, whether it's be Skyler, Will. And I can't even do that for like the unknown quarterback. Like, who's the unknown? Is it Kirk Cousins? Are we, could you trade for him? Or is it, Joe Blow, who's still on the street? We don't know. So let's do Aaron first. I would say probably start off. I could see 3-0 or beating the Jets, Seahawks, and Patriots. Lose to Minnesota, so that's 3-1. Beat Cleveland, so that's 4-1. Lose to Cincy, that's 4-2. Lose to Green Bay, that's 4-3. Beat the Colts, that's 5-3. Lose to the Chargers, that's 5-4. Beat the Bengals this time around for 6-4. Lose to Chicago, 6-5. Lose to the Bills, 6-6. Lose to the Baltimore Ravens, 6-7. Beat the Dolphins. So what's that? 7-7 now. Lose to the Lions. That's 7-8, and then you beat the Browns and the Ravens for 9-8. Because at that point, the game may not matter for the Ravens. They may be resting their starters at that point. So that's Aaron. And then let's go Mason. I would say, honestly, start off 0-2, beat the Patriots, lose to the Vikings. So right now you're 1-3. Beat the Browns, you're 2-3. Lose to the Bengals, lose to the Packers, so you're 2-5. Beat the Colts, you're 3-5. Lose to the Chargers, you're 3-6. Lose to the Bengals, you're 3-7. Lose to the Bears, you're 3-8. Lose to the Bills, you're 3-9. Lose to the Ravens. What are you at? 3-10 right now? Beat the Dolphins, 4-10. And then I would say lose to the Lions to go 4-11. And then beat the Browns and Ravens again. So that puts you at 6-11. Yeah, that's right where I had us. Basically it'd be somewhere in the 2-3 game difference between Mason and Aaron to me. And Mason and Aaron's the difference between fighting for a top 10 pick and fighting for a playoff spot. Because at 9-8, you might be able to get into the playoffs depending on how other teams do. And then actually the other teams in the division have kind of gotten hit hard already. Ardarius Washington for the Ravens. He's out for most, if not all of this year with a torn Achilles. Trey Hendrickson's not happy with the Bengals right now, and JOK with the Browns. I think he's going to miss the season as well. So they each have some issues going on right now, and the Steelers traded Pickens. And they're still looking for their starter. Like, that's what they have going on, really. So we'll see how the North works out. But so that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on. I'll see all you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.